So you remember how I mentioned before that we have 2 picks this season, one from the Knicks and one from the Rockets? Wouldn't it be awesome if like both of those were in the lottery? I mean, the chances of that are pretty slim, right? Well, the Knicks are 2-5, and as of right now, their pick would be in the lottery. And the Rockets... Holy crap, James Harden, you suck in the game as well. Huh, so we could have potentially 2 lottery picks this season if these guys keep going. That's going to be interesting, but this is a bit of an experimental video because the shuffle at shooting guard, having Will Barton come off the bench being a ball handler and a facilitator, and shout out to the update in the bottom corner, Gary Harris starting, potentially being the shooter and the defender next to Emmanuel Mudiay that we need. And hopefully this will allow Will Barton to be more effective because he has just sucked up to this point. But besides that, we're also looking to get more simple pick and rolls with Emmanuel Mudiay, getting to guys like Fareed and Nurkic. And speaking of Nurkic, I would actually like to get him in the post more often because, I mean, to be honest, he's pretty decent in all areas of the game. The problem is he's got the stamina of a 12-year-old girl, to the point where him and Joffrey Laverne are basically co-starters, as weird of a term as that is. Like, they both play the same amount of minutes because it's like Nurkic dies after 6 minutes. He just does. As for the ongoing Kenneth Fareed trade rumors, I would say it's very much still open. I mean, he's been exactly what I thought he was going to be. Decent, okay, not bad, but I mean, that's just not good enough. Anyway, on to this game against the Portland Trailblazers. CJ McCollum tries to turn his swag on very early. It doesn't work out for him, but he has been fantastic in real life, and Gary Harris didn't take long at all. His first 3-pointer. I mean, just having a guy like that for Mudiay to give the ball off to an actual shooter, that's great. As for the new pick and roll play, that one kind of sucks, and it forces me to try to post up with Kenneth Fareed. Ugh, it is ugly. I mean, I still had some time left. I could have kicked it back out to Mudiay, but it's whatever. CJ McCollum being as aggressive as ever, hey, shout out to him. He's going to get a pretty contract soon in real life. And now with Damian Lillard on a one-on-one, he just kills me and Gary Harris there. So it was already a deficit. So, as you would expect with this series, given that it's the second worst MyGM on YouTube, it's not going well the second we make changes. Wilson Chandler misses that 3. Then Damian Lillard gives it off to Alan Crabb, who's the god of bronze players in my team. We're already losing, boys. This ain't good. And then CJ McCollum proven once again, this boy ate his Wheaties and then some before this game. He's balling out, but it's okay because we have the savior Will Barton in the game now. And we're going to accommodate his role. Going to call a pick and roll for him. And let's see. Let's see that play. Oh, Jesus. This guy's terrible. I wanted to see the playmaking on display, and someone in the front row just broke their nose. But it's okay, because they forgot how to dribble the ball, and Justin Anderson finally did something for us. Now, he's actually been okay up to this point. He's just struggling with his 3-point shot a little bit, but it's cool. And now, as I've said before, Emmanuel Mudiay is the best player in his team, and he's got to get us back in this game. Rest in peace to, Chris Kaman and CJ McCollum there? Maybe McCollum will stop annoying me and stop hitting shots now that he got dunked on by Mudiay. Gary Harris, I need you once again. That better drop. Beautiful. Isn't it so nice to have a shooting guard who can actually shoot? Look at that, 3 for 6 from 3. He's like a 69 overall, but hey, if he's producing, I don't really care. Joffrey getting that board. We're off and running, boys. And Mudiay in the fast break, it's just, my goodness. Who the hell's going to stop that? But now we have to find an answer for Portland's secret weapon, which is a Chris Kaman turnaround jump shot. Well, that wasn't very hard. Just stare at him and it's not going to drop. And now I have Mudiay running like a chicken with his head cut off, because that's what I always do after a rebound. And Wilson Chandler. I think that was the first time he did anything for me all season. By the way, Chandler might be the next guy on the trade block, because I don't know if he fits this team. I'm going to be honest. But anyway, I'd mentioned how I wanted to get shooters going around screens and whatnot. Well, that play didn't work, but Joffrey over the caveman of Chris Kaman. Shout out to Chris Kaman for still being in the NBA, goddamn. And still being willing to shoot the ball a little bit. This is potentially 5 seconds back to the basket, but it's cool because he's just trying to live his dream of being Reggie Miller. It's not working out for him, but hey, at least he's trying, right? That's all I can ask. And does anybody else notice Gallinari on Damian Lillard? Well, luckily for them, it became CJ McCollum. Luckily for me, that doesn't really make a difference, so there you go. We're starting to run away with this. Weren't we just down by like 10 points? Second Moutier gets in the game, everything just changes. Will Barton there. I'll say Will Barton didn't have the greatest debut for us, but he still looked okay, I guess. I don't know why Lillard made that pass. And then, did you notice Gallo the God? Well, I don't know why he went for a pull-up, but Joffrey, my man Joffrey. Look at this score, we're already up 9 now. Did I turn the difficulty down? I may have. I didn't. Trust me on that one. It just happened. I don't know. And then Will Barton out on the break. That's all we need. That's all you need to see. A 15-point victory, a nice comeback. And really, besides the fact that Emmanuel Moutier is just by far and away gotta be the rookie of the year up to this point. Bit of the takeaway from this was, look at Gary Harris. 4 for 7 from 3, 16 points. That is beautiful. Kenneth Faried, still being himself. And Will Barton, not the best debut coming off the bench, but he's got time. He'll have more opportunities.